What is going on, guys? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And it is currently 2:13 a.m. in the morning, and in about an hour and 15 minutes, I got to get ready for work. I've been covering lately, so in a sense, since it was the holiday time, or around the holiday time when I decided to quit my first job, or my other job actually, not my first job, my other job. I've been doing a lot of cover work, so I guess things haven't really completely calmed down yet, but not to worry because things will change for the better come Saturday. But, well, it is now January 2nd of 2020, and it would be the right time to talk about resolutions, and the only reason that I'm posting this in the first place because it actually has nothing as much to do with Call of Duty, at least not from a first-person standpoint. It is everything, however, to do with content creation because my resolutions in terms of 2020 are actually, for the first time ever, they are 100% completely based off of content creation from both a YouTube standpoint as well as a Twitch streaming standpoint. So, and the thing is, I get a little personal with this one, so I let you guys in a little bit more. And as time goes on, I think it's also important that you guys, the viewer, should know your content creator a little bit more and more. There's some people that kind of hold back a little bit more than others, but for the most part, every once in a while, I open up, I let you guys in a little bit. You guys have shown me nothing but the most tremendous support. And sometimes even in stream chat, as well as the comment section, sometimes you guys have said personal things, have shared personal stories of your own with me, which I greatly appreciate. And for those of you guys, for those very few that actually have said things like, hey, your commentaries help me get by with the day or whatnot when times get tough or something of that nature, I'm kind of paraphrasing. All I can say is it really doesn't get any better than that. Like, it really doesn't get any better than that. I really am at a loss for words whenever I hear something like that. But on to the subject of discussion. Ever since I stopped my other job, which was driving me crazy because not that I hated it with a passion or anything like that, but the thing is, to put it shortly, I was overworked and underrested. And after many months of doing that, your body and your mind basically tell you that you can't do that for too long. And basically over weekends, I was sleeping like a total of 5 hours, and it got to the point to where, and I do mean total of 5 hours. I don't mean 5 hours a night. I mean, we're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. We're talking about anywhere from 5 to maybe 6 hours of sleep total. And it got to the point to where even on my day off, I wouldn't be able to rest because my mind was still in that sort of mode. And after about 7 months or whatnot, I said, hey, that's enough. And I had a decent amount of money in my savings to basically make that kind of sacrifice and just kind of live a little bit more normal and be able to have a little bit more of a balanced life. And thanks to the possibility of my tax returns being better than normal, thanks to my benefits with my current job, which is unfortunately not full-time, but I still have a decent amount of hours for it, especially being relatively new compared to anybody else in the position. I am in a position right now, long story short, to where not just because of the tax returns, but because I've always been good with my money. Even though I am losing money on a monthly basis because I need a second job in order to make ends meet, I am still in a very unique position to where I can still make the sacrifice for a few more months and basically put everything and anything full throttle forward in terms of YouTube and Twitch. Because this is ultimately, whether it ends up being something full-time in the future or whether it's part-time, there is a possibility that this dream of making that happen can become a reality. And thanks to you guys have actually shown me that. There's lots of you out there there's those of you out there that have believed in me, and even at a time where I didn't. And the difference now being is that I believe it too, because you guys have proven that to me beyond just words. I mean, your support on Twitch, as well as getting out of the YouTube hole, as I like to call it, because over the last year, up until very, very recently, I haven't made any growth whatsoever on YouTube. And I understand that YouTube is an up and down thing, but I've been doing this for almost 5 years now. And this last year specifically was the only time throughout my entire YouTube deal here, or whatever you want to call it, where I didn't experience any growth whatsoever. Growth was always small, but never to the point to where it was going backwards or stopped. So, and as of very recently, we've managed to get back on the ball and things are starting to move forward again. So you guys have proven to that in a sense. And also at the same time, I've been getting also some of the most humbling comments beyond just the one that you have shown that I basically mentioned in the beginning of the video. So we're talking like some of the comments that I've gotten recently. I mean, recently in November, I think it was sometime in mid-November, I'm still getting comments as well as subscriptions from a video that I made in mid-November that just happens to have like about, I don't know, close to 15,000 views right now, which is tremendous for a channel of my size. And one of the comments that I specifically remember, I read all the comments, by the way. And the thing is, one of the comments that I specifically got is, dude, how in the world do you not have more subscribers and more viewers? This is great content. And things like that just really can lift a man up when they're down or when they're having doubts about themselves. And it's things like this that really kind of give the fuel to my fire. And I'm in a much better position now than I was exactly 1 year ago today, because I was basically, from the sacrifice of making a career change back then, I risked it all. And I didn't have a job, so I was losing money like profusely from my savings account to the point to where I was almost at zero. And right now, this is not the case. I'm losing money much slower thanks to my job. And at the same time, you know, if you want to get somewhere and if you want your dreams to become a reality, other than the fact that you need support and even some luck as well, because I am realistic here. I mean, you hear about stories about, oh, if you work hard and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. That is true. But at the same time, my father, rest his soul, he had been a hardworking man all his life, and he was never able to reach a certain, beyond a certain status. Granted, of course, the man made plenty of mistakes, but he was always a positive thinker, and he was always the type of person to basically always work hard and always made sure that shit got done, and whatever that meant. So, and he worked his ass off pretty much all his life, but he was never able to get ahead, at least not as much as he wanted to, not anywhere close to where his goals were. But so it just goes to show you that you also do need to require a certain amount of support and also a certain amount of luck as well to get to that success. Now, at the same time, you also have to include the hard work that you put into it as well. So, so the thing is, I mean, some people can say realistically that, you know, even though they've put in the hard work, they've also had luck to a certain extent. Some people will say they create their own luck. I mean, I believe that as well. But I don't think you can create all the luck that you need. One person, just like in Call of Duty, you can only do so much. You can do many things. You can do amazing things, and you succeed most of the time, but you're not going to win every single time. You're not going to accomplish every single thing that you've always wanted to accomplish, at least not all the time. But it is possible, and it is only possible through support and through some of that luck, as I mentioned. So, and I certainly have the support of you guys, which is a total, absolute blessing. And in terms of luck, I guess time will tell. And the thing is, I'm more than willing to put in the work. So my New Year's resolutions are basically pretty much make one video for every single day, especially starting next week, because that's when my schedule is going to settle down, because I'm gonna have a lot more time on weekends, and because my schedule is actually better this time than what it was previously. And make a video every single day of the week, if not damn close to that, and stream every single day of the week, if not damn close to that. Now, the only reason why I say damn close to that is because, again, going back to reality, is the fact that, well, you can't control everything, which is another reason why I say to get success, you still need luck, because you can't control everything that happens in life. You can't control tragedies. You can't control, there's only so much that you can control, and you try to maximize the most of the things that you can control. But there will always be a handful of things in life that, no matter how good you are at life itself, and no matter how much you've learned, no matter how wise you are, there's always going to be something or a handful of things that you're just not going to be able to control. That's just a fact of life. That's the way life is, and it's simple as that. But we try to make the most of the things that we can control. And right now, in terms of where I stand as I'm making this commentary, I am able to control the fact that I am able to make more sacrifice in order to spend more time doing this and to go forward, so that way I can get one step closer to making this dream of doing YouTube and content creation and streaming for a part-time living. And as I mentioned previously in videos, video games and things of that nature have always been a part of my life. And as of the last 4.5 to 5 years, doing this YouTube thing, and now with streaming added into the mix as well, has also been a part of my life. And it's basically no different at this point than brushing my teeth or going to work, or as a priority. Like if I don't make a video, it's been like this for a while, but even more so now than ever, consciously, like right there staring at me in the face. If I don't make a video for too long, it bugs the shit out of me. If I don't stream for too long, it bugs the shit out of me. Granted, I've been really good with that lately, but it's getting to the point to where it's become so much of a part of my life now that it really bugs me. So that's also another sign that, hey, Jack, go for it, you know. And I'm not going to listen to the naysayers. I am more than well aware that there are people, not many, thankfully, but there are a few people out there that will literally just come to my channel just to leave a dislike. And all I could say is that's great. You know, I mean, attention is attention. Dislikes don't really mean anything. And thanks for the view, by the way, for those of you guys that do that. But the thing is that you're not going to please everybody. Everybody's not always going to agree with you. It's just the fact. It's not something that you can control. Again, going back to what I was talking about earlier. But at this point right now, and where I stand currently, and then within the next, I don't know, it could be 4 to 6 months if I want to, I have decided that that one way or another, even if, let's say, I have a chance to do something else in addition for a living, and if an opportunity pops up, I will take that. But I am at a point right now to where I will be. I've learned from 2019, like if you're gonna be working 2 jobs, you can't be working 60 hours a week every single week for months at a time and be sleep deprived every single week. I learned that. So now it's basically like, okay, we're gonna be smarter about it when we do get a second job again. But at the same time, it's like, hey, what's wrong with taking a risk that you can afford to take and make an investment and basically go after what you really want to do? And it is an opportunity. So this train doesn't come along very often, and I am more than willing to jump and get aboard. As a matter of fact, I've already made the decision to jump and to get aboard. So you guys can look for a lot more consistent content from me. I can always come up with things to not only talk about and commentate over, but Call of Duty has an endless amount of subjects that you can talk about, even when things are slow. So, and obviously you guys are passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. And again, there's actually nothing wrong about talking about things that are not always related to Call of Duty as well. As a matter of fact, I think it's kind of a necessity even for a COD channel, because variety and diversity is what makes you unique as a content creator. Because if there wasn't that, then why sub or watch somebody else's content when they're doing the exact 100,000% the exact same thing as somebody else? It's those little differences that separate you from the other content creators that do what you do. You know, obviously I know there's other content creators like, let's say, Blame Truth and do what I do, or should I say, there's me that does what he does because he's the first one. So I know that that's a thing, but the thing is, it's those little differences between me and him that would have you guys want to watch me as well as watching him. So that's, I'm all about keeping things fresh and different. So, but anyway, guys, I think I've gone over time right now. So I just wanted to basically share this with you and give you guys a little bit more in depth in terms of where my mindset is and where I am right now. So, you know, unless something major happened over the next, you know, few months to where all of a sudden I have to sacrifice everything I have in my bank in order to take care of something that's more important in my life. You know, I mean, that would have to be something huge, but again, I'm not going to dwell on something like that. But like I said, I've always been good with my money, no matter how little it is that I have in the bank. So the thing is, I'm really looking forward to going full throttle and living the YouTube streaming life for the next, God willing, 4 to 6 months, and really get the ball going, because I am motivated, I am excited, and I have been proven by you guys. You guys have proven to me that, yes, Jack, you can, and we believe that you can. So for those of you guys that have given me that kind of support and that kind of love, thank you. And for those of you guys that haven't, well, just wait. In due time, I'll make you guys believers as well. And that's all I got for this one, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And let me know down in the comment section, what are your personal New Year's resolutions? Let everything be known down in the comment section. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about that. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.